Well, hey there. This is Blue Jay Calls Tarot. Doing a general read for the sign of Aries. Um, Take what helps you find balance in the past, present, and future. Leave anything that doesn't fit you or your situation, or bringing it to balance and resolution and flow completely alone. It isn't a message for you. This whole thing may apply to no one. I don't even know if it's going to be enjoyable. This is the very first one I'm doing. Aries is the start of it all in the 3D, so we'll go that way. I don't do private reads. I don't have anything set up to take donations. If you're inclined to donate, go listen to Heaven Sent or Am I Tripping or Not Tarot. The Cockfrost Ghetto Nun. Those ladies are awesome, and they are all set up for that stuff, and for sure you'll have a great time with them. And a shout out to you two for inspiring me to start this channel. I think it's great to remember there's bounty all around us. We simply need to take a look around and find it. So when you're feeling imbalanced, look for something good. I find morel mushrooms growing in my backyard. I've got artichokes harvest. I got a friend who brings me crystals she finds all around here. If you're interested in crystals, I can definitely get you connected to her. She's got bunches. But you probably want to hear a read. So we'll get started with that. I've got the Rider-Waite Tarot deck here. I start all my cards in the upright. I don't read reversals unless they fly out, because that would mean something really weird is going on. So we might as well take a look at it, and we'll go from there. Get the cards cut. We're taking a shuffle here, and we're going to get going with a simple read on what is your current energy. Current energy is Nine of Pentacles, so you're feeling like you got it together, things are going well, you're in balance and harmony. I don't know what question you're applying to this particular read, so that relates to work. Everything's going great at work. If you're in love, everything's going great in love. Maybe everything's going great all around. Whatever, maybe nothing's going great, and at the moment you're feeling kind of balanced about it. So from that current energy, what's coming in here? We got the Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords can be very perceptive and confident, and can be aggressive as need be. She has the command of feline power at her fingertips. So she's quite a commanding force. So what's coming in is some sort of feminine style energy that's commanding, confident, and perceptive. What's unknown? What's unknown to Aries at this point? The King of Pentacles. Now the King of Pentacles is steady and reliable and makes increases, whether they're positive or negative, and so there must be some kind of opportunity coming in related to your question where you're going to have a consideration, and the person who's bringing it in is this unknown quantity, this unknown thing that's coming in is going to be a good offer, probably from somebody who has quite a bit to offer, or it's somebody who's going to take quite a bit from you without you knowing. So we'll get some clarifiers on what's coming in and what's unknown. So on top of our Queen of Swords, we get the Three of Pentacles, or the Three of Wands. So there's a realization of hope that's coming in. Something's coming into balance. You're feeling good about the future. You're looking out at it with hope and sort of good times at your hand. And clarifying this King of Pentacles, we get the Ten of Wands. So this unknown thing that's coming in has got a lot of energy around it and a lot of pushback to it. It's potentially a cruel, overbearing disaster. So whatever this unknown entity is or thing that's coming, or that is around that's unknown to you, you're definitely doing some things to prepare for it, and be ready for quite a battle, it looks like. Let's get another clarifier on that. Oh, the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is about the Lovers in some instances, but it's also about choices on how to find your own balance inside. So when you're thinking about this, you're thinking about your own self-love, and you may be conflicted between two sides of a coin, two things that you love, two things you enjoy, or something that brings you love and satisfaction and something that doesn't. But there's two choices to this, and you can see Gemini represented in this, so Gemini is important to any of you. There you go. So on one side of the lever, we have rest from strife. And on the other side, we get the King of Cups. The King of Cups would be Pisces, water sign, as poetic, graceful, very balanced king, or resting from strife. So you may find yourself in a situation with Pisces where your choices are between going with them and just sort of taking a break from it. And a final outcome from that is the Ten of Swords. So whatever this situation is, it's decided against for failure. There's force coming in. There's choices between your balance and imbalance, and the situation is going to be really difficult to resolve. It's going to clarify around what happens after this Ten of Swords, because we don't want to leave off with the Ten of Swords. It's kind of a harsh thing. We get the Hierophant. So it seems that as if the cards are implying that if you are to listen to wisdom from higher sources and higher counsel, you can probably resolve this situation and not feel so bound up by it. Seeking that wisdom would get you release, and ultimately get you back to the Emperor rule. And the Emperor and Aries always seem to go together hand in hand, where it's that powerful dominating force that's going to take over the whole world, and sort of a conquest at all costs sort of scenario that Aries likes to imagine themselves being in. Yep, yeah, back to the same old Five of Wands strife of life. Yep, with a rush and a vigor to it. So, going back to this Three of Wands over here on what's coming in. We've got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is cutting something off, for good or bad. It doesn't necessarily have to mean bad. Could mean you're cutting off something that makes your life better. You could be cutting off a bad habit even. So whatever that is, there we go there. And that ultimately brings in sort of a Queen of Wands situation where you're adaptable and sympathetic, which is a little probably more kind of an approach to things than the Queen of Wands. So whatever the situation is, by having that cutoff moment and following that path, you'll get to a more adaptable and sympathetic place, which seems to be reinforced by the Six of Wands, which is related to a pride of riches and good things coming in. Let's get a overall sort of final outcome if all things remain the same card, and we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about temporary success and instability, and you can see the person's walking away from all of those cups, all 8 cups. Maybe a love situation you're walking away from. 8 is always involved with infinity, if you tip it over anyway. So there may be some situation, maybe a job you love that you're walking away from, or some other kind of situation, friends, who knows. But the cards seem to support that and imply with the Fool that a new start is the way to go. Or it could be that you're being foolish, so we'll pull 2 cards on this outcome just to make sure. On one side we have the Queen of Cups, which is graceful and poetic and imaginative and kind of maybe a little coquettish. And on the other side we have the Six of Pentacles. So maybe there's a choice between focusing on your work or focusing on being a person who can make love work. And it seems like the Ace of Pentacles might be the way you go, although it should be noted with the Ace of Pentacles, it's some level of illusionary success. There is attainment, there is some selfishness sometimes associated with the Ace of Pentacles, and the illusion might be that the success is only in the 3rd dimension and the physical reality, while there's little done to resolve issues that are deeper. But The Two of Pentacles adds to that. Discontent with fixed conditions, although there's some semblance of balance. It's work. It's just work. And Temperance, sort of being in balance and working towards that, will probably help to resolve those situations. Although there's some fantasy or deception involved in me stating that, as the card clearly says. So let's see. To get to the Two of Cups, yeah, Temperance and walking away from illusionary success, harmony, mirth coming in for that. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune letting us know that's probably the way to go. Walking away from something that brought illusionary success and going towards something better, whether that's work, career, love situations. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords, so just bear in mind that as you're walking away from the situation, you should probably do it with a little bit of grace and balance. Five of Swords is about defeat and failure and spite, and you can see there's one person like hogging all the swords, thinking like they're all that, and there's a bunch of people walking away from them. Yeah, you want a bunch of swords, but no, all you got is a bunch of swords. I've got a Zen Cohen deck here, so I'll draw one more card from this deck to give you something to ponder until I get another Aries video up. And this card is Moo. So, ponder the moo of the universe. What binds and ties us together? Is it a quantumness and a maximumness of everything? Is it nothing out of everything or everything out of nothing? Who knows the answer? But there's your question to ponder. Good luck with your situation, Aries. Have a great time period till I hear from you next.